Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are live, and I'm really happy to be here again. I'm really thankful for everybody sending all those messages. We got an insane amount of messages. Myself, Agne, and we are really thankful for you guys. So I wanted to say that one more time. We messaged a lot of people back at the start, but it became so much that I wasn't able to respond to everybody personally. Um, we are good. We are okay. Health-wise, we are officially healthy since last Wednesday for me and the Friday before for Agne, as in officially allowed to be out. We have Juris on the call indirectly as well. He really wants to cuddle with Daddy, but we can't all the time because we need to work. We actually moved to Dubai for the upcoming 3 weeks. And maybe a little bit longer. Reason for that is that coronavirus here is almost gone. They had a second wave in November, and we actually decided that this is a very safe country at this moment. That's one thing. Secondly, Lithuania started to be around freezing point, and even the first snowflakes coming down. So basically, from snowflakes to 30 degrees, we decided that Dubai was a way better location. So we are staying here together for a few weeks, fully recovering. I'm still sleeping a lot, also during the day. It's very important to actually relax. And the sportive condition, it's a bit hard for me to say in English, but how well you can do in sports without being tired, that really went down like crazy. So we are trying to swim a lot, bike a lot, and use the gym here to very slowly gain that back, which will take quite a while. But yeah, Corona had a very big impact on us. So yeah, it's part of the game, part of life. But I'm very happy to be back, and I see a lot of comments here in the session section. Um, welcome back from a lot of people. I see people that are from Spain. I see some usernames that I see and saw before, so that is very good. Um, so thank you so much. Yeah, Dubai. We chose Dubai, and I'm very happy that we can get the vitamin C and D live from the sunshine here, instead of that we are getting it from pills. Of course, we also need to take vitamin C, D, and zinc because that's what corona patients lack of directly. So I'm very happy that we had the opportunity to do that. Where are you going? Okay. Juris and Agna are going for a very quick walk. Because otherwise we will have a little bit too much of distraction together. So I'm very happy that you guys are here. I just opened the pivot scanner, and I'm actually going to load the settings, and then we can go live. Juris really likes to go for a walk, so that's good news. I'm just adding the daily session. Sorry? He's a bit impatient. So Juris is not a baby anymore. He is a toddler now. He turned one November. Unfortunately, I was still in the hospital, but I'm very happy that we could celebrate it shortly after. So that's very good. All right, you should be able to see my screen right now, and what I'm gonna do, what my main goal for today is to show you guys how to get back on trading when you had a break. So that's actually the main actually the main purpose of this video. I'm probably gonna end up putting this as a favorite video, and the reason for that is that how to get back on trading is very important. Going back on trading after a break means that you are missing a certain part of the trading. Now normally we are trading on a 15-minute time frame, but if we go on the 1 hour time frame, I get a little bit bigger picture. Now I have the day separators, and if I zoom out, I can actually see how much I missed. So let's say you are 1 week out of trading. Today is Monday, so here we have Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So this week from here, actually this was last week. And it's very important to see what that week did. So you see here Monday is quite of a shallow day. We have an open price and a close price. And what I really like to do, I do it in my head, but I'm just doing it for you guys to show. Here we have an open price. Actually, the price opened down there, first candle. Then, let me keep drawing. Then here we have the price for the second day. So Monday opened and closed higher. Then Tuesday came and Tuesday closed lower. Then Wednesday closed lower. Thursday created a low of the closing day and also created the low of the week. Here we have the high of the week. And then maybe you should want to give that those two another color, but you get it. And here we have the Sunday gap. So Friday closed here on the high side, and then we had a gap down for this weekend, and it started to go up. So this is AUD CAD. I'm not gonna do this on every pair. Plus, this is only 1 week. Now I missed more. So if I'm gonna scroll back and check my calendar, is that I got Corona on 20 of October, and I still did 2 or 3 sessions with you guys, and then I went out. I think I was here you see the time change. I think it was about 20 October that we still did a little bit of trading, and then it's finished. And here we got the time zone change. So time zone change, I don't remember anymore. 20, I think I was already in the hospital. Yeah, I was already in hospital. So here was our last days of trading. So what I want to know when I'm zooming out like this, I want to see, okay, in this case we were out for like 3 weeks. So this was 1 week. This is how I would zoom in to see what happened during a week, which means that we had a entry. Let me finish the week analysis. So we have an entry, and now we have here at the end of the week we have an exit. So the exit of the week is slightly higher than the start of that week. That's basically what I want to see. You can also go to weekly chart to see it in one time, but I really like to see the details. So I'm mostly on the 1 hour. If I would analyze a month, I can go to the 4 hours. So we can technically, as we want to see what happened in 3 weeks, we can go to the 4 hours as well. But I really like to always have a little bit more details on my chart to see a little bit more candles and therefore more detail. That's why I'm trading on the 15 minutes, while Infinity is actually showing the 1 hour timelines and the 1 hour indicators on the 15 minutes. And on the 1 hour, we here have the 4 hour line. If you never saw Infinity before, I really recommend to check the Infinity Academy, or also come back tomorrow, because we are going to zoom in on Infinity again. But most important is we have the main trend line here, which is the 4 hour trend line, and then we have the trend line of the 1 hour as well. So we can see that currently the 1 hour is in an uptrend, and the 4-hour is in an uptrend since 13th of November. So basically, at this moment, I would only buy this pair. Then also we have the Ichimoku cloud, which is normally filled with a green color and a red color. Now, that's currently not working. I tried to fix it, therefore this line is a little bit different green. I tried to fix it just before the session, but it's not a setting that we can fix, so I will ask the technical team to help us out. Have fun, love you too. Alright guys. So this is the week analysis. Now if I go back to the moment that I said, okay, I want to analyze, then here we have the 2023 October. So what I see here is that we might have been selling that pair in the days before I took a break of trading. Then it paused, and then from pausing, it went into a sideways move, and from here we have the 1-hour uptrend and the 4-hour still downtrend but breaking. So what we know is that it's going to test it. It had a wick through it. Let me zoom in on that. So basically what I want to see is did things change? And of course over 3 weeks things change. So in this case we went from a downtrend to an uptrend on AUD CAD pair. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to check other AUD pairs if the same happened on there, because I want to see if this was an AUD effect or if this was a Canadian dollar effect. So we have multiple options here. Why this downtrend changed into an uptrend. So the question is AUD changing or is Canadian dollar changing? So Australia or Canada. Here we see a test of the major trend line, 4-hour trend line, spiked through it, came back, closed the body on the 4-hour trend line, then came back and used actually the 1-hour trend line as a support level. And from that support level it tried to break it again, and it hung around this trend line for 21 hours before fully breaking. And then when it actually takes off, you can wait for that wick to be broken to create a really new high. You see here also directly some struggle, and then it's taking off. That's the moment I would recognize this as an uptrend, but we know that it's gonna retest. So this is just very, very, very common switch of trend, and actually a great example. So we are in a downtrend. Then we go from a downtrend to test the major trend line on whatever time frame you are. And it's resisting, it's trying again, it's breaking, and you can try to take this first ride in the buy because it did break, and we have the 1-hour confirmation, and actually you have a very big green cloud here as well. Between those green lines, this would be a green cloud. So basically that's already a very good confirmation. Then what it also does is to retest, but from the other side. So what we get here is a test, a retest, and a break. Now we get a test, sorry, we get a break, then we get a retest on the other side, and it did not break, which means that from there on we are officially in the uptrend. And this retest means that if you are buying here and it didn't retest yet from a resistance line to a support line, that means that buying here early is still a bit risky, because you know that the chance is very, very big that it's going to retest the major trend line, but it's going to retest the major trend line from a support perspective instead of a resistance perspective. So here we got a resistance moment, and here it turned into a supportive moment. From that support level, you see it actually never really comes back, or at least not in this week, and also later that low is not created anymore. So from there we are basically taking off, and you can start safely buying, even that the major trend line is still red, but it's the 4 hours. If you're on the 15 minutes, I can tell you that around 9 November the 15-minute trend line will be green, the 1 hour trend line will be green, or at 15 might be red a little bit because of this 2 days drop, but after it becomes green again, yeah, probably have a 15-minute green line, and of course the 1 hour green line, because we see that one here, and you're safe to buy. Now from that actual moment, the price moved up to a high of 150 pips up for 7 days, and that's great. That's basically a full trading week moving up. We got a little down movement here over a few days, testing the support of the 1 hour trend line, going to -1 levels, -1.5. Pivot strategy 1. When something goes to -1.5, you can put a buy stop on S0 to see that woof, it comes up again, especially if Infinity is supporting that uptrend. So when you see those prices down here, I would put a buy stop on S0 and then start to buy to S2, which would be my first trade of this Friday, 30 pips. But I didn't trade this Friday yet, just give you guys an idea. Now let me very shortly check how the connection and all the numbers here are looking. We are not having any dropped frames. We are 22 minutes online. CPU looks good, almost 30 frames per second, and our connection is quite good. So I'm pretty happy with that, because we are staying in this location, we are staying in this resort for about 2 weeks more. So it means that I have very good internet connection for the upcoming sessions. So I'm really happy to see that. Really happy. All right, so this is how my analysis would work. So this is the week analysis, where I want to see, okay, let me put a little box around it. So this was a last week analysis, 1 week, where I'm checking every day's high and low, the high of the week and the low of the week, and just see what happened. Oh, okay, we opened one time higher, and then lower, and then we opened with a Sunday gap that was down, but in 2 candles it came back up. So that's the Monday analysis that we always do to see what happened in the weekend. So you have weekend analysis, week analysis, and then in this case you have trend analysis, where we go down. Here we take a break, and then you can see, okay, what happened in this period. You want to know what happened in this period. And what I see on AUD CAD is that it moved like this. So what I see on AUD CAD is that it moves from a downtrend. We were selling AUD, and we are moving up. Now, one other thing that's very important, if you have taken a break from trading at any point of time, try to go into a break with 0 open trades. So I'm not checking them right now live, but on my personal account I have 3 open trades, and those 3 trades became drawdown trades because I had them open, and in the first 1-2 weeks of the being in hospital, I didn't even open my phone. I didn't open my trading account for sure. I didn't open because that was definitely not on my mind at that moment. Now, if you use the right lot size management, maybe stop losses, then you are safe, because those will take care of your account. This is a longer term trading account, so the lot size is even smaller. It's 0.01 per thousand, and I don't really have to worry. So if you have a bigger account, like smaller accounts, I advise 0.01 lot per $100 in your account. It's quite aggressive, but you kind of need that when you have an account under $1,000 at least. Or maybe even under 10,000, because if you under 10,000, because you need to grow that account. But when it's 10,000, you're trading with 1 lot at the time, and you are 11,000, you might not have to go to 1.1 lot. You might just be happy with 1 lot at till 20k, and then from 20k to 30k you stay on one lot, or you maybe go for 1.5, but you are not taking it that aggressive anymore. When you have a six-figure account, guys, if you have a 100k account, you're really not trading 10 lots at the time, 5 trades at the time, with the chance of blowing up. Like, there's always a chance of blowing up. The chance is small. With maximum 5 trades, the chance is small. Basically, all 5 trades need to go 200 pips in drawdown before blowing up an account like that. But if you have 100k, you don't want to take that chance anymore. So you might be on not 10 lots, but let's say 5 lots, or mostly even less. But let's say you're on 5 lots, then you can or take 10 trades before you have that risk, and then the chance of 10 trades going wrong is of course half of the risk than that 5 trades are going wrong. So it's a lot better to start lowering your lot size when your trading accounts goes up. So if you have a 6-figure or 7-figure account, you are way more into 0.01 per thousand, and taking it very slowly. You maybe don't have to make 30, 40, 50% a month anymore, but you're happy with 3, 4, or 5. Because 3, 4, or 5% on a 6-figure account is enough for the family. And that's step one. Guys, I'm always saying it, and I basically say it again, but I'm here for basic income of people that don't have a basic income for trading. So my goal is to teach you to, at the start with a smaller account, to grow, but when you are getting stable, to just take care of your monthly income. That is my goal, because if you get that by trading, you are very, very free. As you see, we chose to be in Dubai right now. We can be in Lithuania, we can be in the Netherlands, we can be in Dubai, we can be wherever other location we want to be. So I think that if trading is your income form, then you are having that location freedom. You don't need the job anymore, and you have that location freedom. The financial freedom comes, in my opinion, not from trading, but from passive investments, from passive income. Because financial freedom, full financial freedom, means that in this period where I was not trading, there was passive income taking care of our family. There was passive income making money for us, real estate, windmill that's always turning in the Netherlands, solar panels, whatever investments we have, they were taking care while I was not trading. And in this case, I was out for more than 3 weeks. And actually, it's very, very important to understand that if your main source is trading, you don't directly want to eat up your trading account or savings accounts. So passive income, completely different topic, not for today, but that's what you actually really need to go and build up. So if you have a bigger trading account, then you make bigger money, and then you can build up those passive incomes. So that's why I said different topic, but very, very important to understand that that's what I think, in my opinion, is the end goal for traders. Now, AUD-CHF actually made the same move. So we here have about 20 October, 22, 24 October, 22, 23. I was at home very sick, and then I went to hospital. So from here, we see that same stagnation mode, complete flat market, and then also here, test, break, coming back, testing again, breaking, and here making another little retest on the bottom of the cloud. So here you see the cloud, 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 and here it's not retesting on the major trend line anymore, but it's going into the cloud. It runs out of volume. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me move it to the middle. This is very, very interesting move as well. So comes into the two lines into the two trend lines. Start to use the 1 hour trend line as a support line. So here it was resistance. Here it breaks, and here it starts to be a support line. then it very easily actually breaks through the 4-hour major trend line, but rethinks itself and comes back to the 1-hour trend line again as a support level. Then here it breaks again, directly red candle to retest, and it holds. So from here it's support. That's the moment you can actually start buying. You will have some pullbacks, and here the biggest pullback is not a full retest anymore, which kind of should happen, but of course here we already had that activity. Here we already had a pullback on a retest on the top of the cloud, but not entering the cloud, taking off again. This is a trade I would take, because it doesn't come into the cloud, it takes off again, boom, almost 60 pips in one day. Then big overnight gap, big red candle overnight. That's uncommon. Let me see. Just from 5 to 6 November, so not a weekend day, just one big red candle, taking down for one day, and here entering the cloud. Now this is really nice to see Ichimoku cloud. Here you see the top of the cloud and the bottom of the cloud. Normally this is filled with green. And you see the moment it enters the cloud, it completely runs out of steam. So we had a selling day and saying like we're going down, but when it enters the cloud there was so much support that it completely runs out of steam in the downtrend. It just sticks on that bottom of the cloud, starts to slowly climb out. Sellers try one more time, and then the buyers say it's enough. This might be a news moment with two insane candles, 93 pips in half an hour. So this is probably news, but it's a push out of the cloud. So unless you have a buy stop here, you can't catch it. So it's very nice to have a buy stop out of the cloud, depending on your pivot levels, of course, at that moment. We can only see pivot levels of the current style on the pivot scanner. But let's say you have certain pivot levels here that support a buy, at least till there, 20 pips. Let's say it's R6, R7, R8, you know, that there's 3 different levels here. You can put a buy stop and you would catch this coming out of the cloud move. After that, it's shallow for a bit, but it's slowly going up. And here it really starts trending again. You see the line and the price go in line with each other, starts to move up. So here probably don't do really a lot here. I might put a buy in there depending on pivots. And here you see it's starting to become a trend again. You also get the 4-hour confirmation trend line on 11 November, same as AUD CAT. And from that moment, AUD CHF is officially in an uptrend. Doesn't mean we don't get pullbacks, but the idea is that we are buying only. And there's different buying moments. Here's a buying moment of 25 pips, and then we have a lot of cloud, and it's a lot under the cloud, and it's also very sideways. So this would not be a favorite pair of me, but I want to see, did the same happen on AUD CAT as on AUD CHF, because we now checked Australia versus Canada and Australia versus Switzerland. That's Europe and Canada. It's 2 very different places. Now we also have JPY, and it can act different on JPY as it's Australia versus Japan. So basically that's a very big different movement. On the other side, we still see here a little bit longer downtrend. So here we have still going down while the other pairs were already moving up from here. So we have another dip till the end of October, then starts to climb, but at the end also a trend change around 5, 6, 9 November. The other ones switched on 11 November. This one, 4-hour trend line, switched on 12 November. So it's officially a little bit different, and after that it stayed a lot under the cloud, only a little buy here and a lot under the cloud. So definitely not a great trading pair. This is also news related event, the same one, so it was AUD news probably, both on 9 November on a Monday. And here you have the moves. So breaking the 1 hour trend line, going to the 4 hour trend line with a spike up, closed candle on top but broke down, coming back, changing the resistance into a support line on the 1 hour, trying to break again, doesn't really work. If it's a little bit above, um, if it's a little bit above the trend line with 1 or 2 candles, or in this case a doji candle even, here are 1, 2, 3 doji candles, almost no bodies, and then directly back, it doesn't count as a break. And actually you want to see and recognize those doji candles. So wick on top, wick on the bottom, and very small bodies. That means that it's not going well. It's not breaking. It means that it's struggling to break and probably coming back. Back in the line here, then breaking one doji candle, but then boom, strong green candle. So that's very, very good. Then moving up, I don't know if that line was already there, but you see here beautiful S0 line and S0 right now. Might have been another pivot level, but you see how secure the pivot levels are. The pivot levels are definitely very serious. Then here we hit finally that resistance level. Sorry, support level, sorry. So resistance, definitely resistance. Breaking, here again, resistance, resistance. Then breaking, coming back, support. And that's what you want to see. That's all you want to see. Then here it's a little candles in the cloud, mostly no volume because buyers are strong enough to say we're going to flip this one. And here it's coming out of the cloud. So that's where we say, okay, we have a support level, we have a cloud, we are coming out of the cloud, and it's a buying mode right now. Also, you see here, especially from here, the curve from the 4 hour trend line is going up. And when you see that curve, it means that it's done with the downtrend. It will take some time to become green, but when it's pointing upwards, definitely end of the downtrend. And then we are moving up, and then we continue. So as you see, AUD JPY responds a little bit different than Europe and Canada. Very logical. AUD NZD, both on the same, not the same island, but same area. This pair is just still going down. So we have October. We were in a downtrend here on 23 October. I just want to see, all right, interesting, a break hitting the 4 hour resistance level, doesn't really break, comes back and continues its downtrend. You guys should have made some serious money on this. This had two really nice moments here from 22 October till there. It was selling mode. Here you have move up, shoulder, head, shoulder, and move down again. So from here, from second shoulder neckline break to here, you should have made some serious money. So here the price dropped. Here the price dropped about 80-90 pips, and here the price started to drop again for about 175 pips. So I really hope that on AUD NZD you guys made money. Some of my trading friends made a lot of money on NZD, other NZD pairs as well, but definitely AUD NZD was a good move. 2 times a big block of selling time. Of course, you can only sell here when it comes under the cloud again. Maybe some people waited for the 1 hour trend line to become red. On the 15 minutes, you will already been selling here because it's under the 1 hour timeline. It will be red, and the 15 minutes start to be red earlier because you already had those 2 days of starting of descent, starting of downtrend there. So this is just an example of AUD, but this is how I analyze the market, and I really wanted to do this together. I really wanted to analyze the market as in what happened. And we have the same example here, 20 October, started to go down, started to go up for November, and here on 10 November, the AUD CAT was 11, AUD CHF was 11, AUD JPY was, AUD CAT, yeah, 11, 11, AUD JPY was 12, and this one is 10 November, a little bit earlier, starting to be in buy mode. Infinity giving some buy signals here with some drawdown, but at the end profitable. And the pairs actually went up. Here also break, retest, becoming support level on the 1 hour, going through red candle to find support, and then green taking off, little pullback, and from there it's party hardy. You have around 150 pips of movement over the last 17 days. Not really a wild pair, very sideways, but still some nice buying opportunities. Here was a very nice buying opportunity. Hello? This was a very nice buying opportunity. Here we have green cloud, it's in there, and Friday, very little one. And of course here, above the cloud, after you see here the 4 hour starts to move up, so you know that it's done. You have that little pullback, and here you get that rush move of a new trend. That is a very nice move in 1 day, and it's a very serious amount of pips. I think it's about 75 pips, 80 pips. So that's this is kind of what I do in my head, but I need to look at every chart to see, okay, what happened. So main idea, what I see now, is that AUD moved up, switched around 10, 11 November, and AUD JPY had a dip first. AUD NZD completely separate from all the other AUDs, but it stayed in it was in a downtrend. It made a pullback. It pushed to the 4 hour trend line, and it continued to go down. And that means that AUD NZD is still selling opportunity for me. AUD CAT is a buying opportunity for me. AUD CHF was very flat. AUD USD also very flat, but both uptrend. Euro AUD should be downtrend then, because of course it's the opposite, and it's very related to AUD CHF. So you see here downtrend, but also very sideways already. So it's 23 November. We are gonna enter the December month. I think this week and next week we still have very good trading opportunities. After that it will become slower. But I always say that the summer of 2019, so last year's summer, is a summer moment that I mostly take 2 weeks free. And I take about 2 weeks free from trading in Christmas time. Now, this time it will be only 1 week, because the days before Christmas we can technically still trade, and we already had a big break. I had 3 weeks laying still break. So for me, I'm done with the break. So we still have those 3 days before Christmas that we are gonna just check the market. It will be very, let's say, it can be very volatile. It can also be very peaceful. And the summer of 2019, the August month especially, there was a month that normally I would say, guys, low volume, high volatility, you can get crazy spikes, and watch out, or don't trade at all, or take a holiday and enjoy your profits from the first half of the year, recharge, and we go for the second half of the year. Kind of August for me, July, August is kind of for me the middle of the trading year. I know it's late, but it's not month 6, it's month 8, but it's kind of the middle of my year. In August, I normally take those 2 weeks break, but I checked and I just saw very smooth markets, very smooth trending down, very smooth trending up, no crazy spikes, no crazy volatility, but very slow but steady trends. And we made so much money that month. I don't make any income claims, but I'm just going back from the past that month was absolutely amazing. And that can happen around Christmas time as well. So what can happen is just that we have a very low, simple downtrend. But that downtrend can just be 30 pips a day, every day, just smoothly going down. That's when we make money with Infinity, when it goes one direction smoothly. So we will see. We will trade up to Christmas. So the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, will be trading days. Then we take Christmas off. Then between Christmas and New Year, it's not that I want to take a holiday, but I can really advise people not to trade those 3, 4 trading days that we have, because that's really not going to work. I think it's 4 trading days, and then it's New Year's. New Year's Day is a close day, which is, I think, a Friday this time. Yeah, so it's Monday till Thursday. The markets are open. Friday is a moment of where the markets are fully closed. So Christmas days and New Year's are the only 3 days that in this year are real closed forex markets. And then that's it. I think on Christmas Eve, gold is closing earlier also. So you mostly get an email from your broker with the exact times. So it's very important because it can be different per broker as well. It shouldn't, but brokers are in different countries, different time zones. So check the email around Christmas from your broker with trading times, that you, let's say, have gold positions, that you are sure that you are closing them before gold closes, because forex can be open, but if gold closes, let's say 5 p.m. London time on Christmas Eve, I don't know if it's exactly that time, but we will get closer to that in about a month. But if gold closes earlier and you don't want to keep gold over Christmas going into this volatile 4 days, because on those days it's probably a bit market madness, that every trade creates volatility because there's no volume at all. So we will see, but those days I will not be trading. And then it's New Year. Then it's, I think, 3 or 4 January on Monday, and it's time to start the 2021. And I hope we are going to have an amazing 2021 together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. Last AUD pair to check is GBP AUD. Stands a little bit separate because the GBP AUD, the main player in this pair is GBP. So it's not AUD, it is GBP against AUD. Of course, AUD news, etc. has activities. Here we see what happened. It was on an uptrend, and it should be. Then we have some moves, and then we actually moved into a downtrend, which it should also around 10, 11 November. And Mr. Juris is back. And then here actually on 17 November it switched to a downtrend. And from that downtrend we don't really see activity yet. So the main partner here in this pair is GBP, not AUD. So that's why this pair is also a bit different. Euro AUD and AUD CHF should move quite equally. And that's it. So this is how we do it, and this takes a lot of time, and I hope this was very informative for you guys. This takes quite a lot of time to really analyze what pairs do, and you might say like, wow, do you really remember all of those? And the answer is yes, because if this is your profession, not a hobby, if this is your profession, you want to know those things. Did gold move up last month, last week, last day? Did AUD CAD move up or down last month, last week, last day? You want to know those things. So, of course, maybe I forget a bit about AUD CHF in particular if I'm done with the whole Forex list. But then when I look back to AUD CHF and I see it's a downtrend, then I'm like, okay, it was a downtrend before I took my break. It's an uptrend now, and I see it's an uptrend right now. I remember that it has been switching on 10 November. So that's like, and otherwise you can always zoom out, check the chart. But for now, we just need to refresh everything. We just need to see, okay, what happened in the last 3 weeks in the financial market. So exactly the same with the other pairs, but you guys have been watching the market. So I'm going to check if there are some questions, and we are going to check if we want to answer those questions. And also, let's see with how many people we are online. We are online with about 300 people, guys. That should be about 500. So one thing I want to ask you guys is to share within your teams, share within your groups, share within your WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, Instagram stories, or whatever you want to share, if you want to share. But to get back on track altogether, very important for everyone. Um, Please share with your teams that we are back online, that also that we start half an hour earlier. So there were maybe some people who missed it, but we are starting half an hour earlier. 6 o'clock in London, I know it's early, but believe me, it's worth it. I got this request from Netherlands and Belgium because they said 7:30. I got this request from many people actually, because for Netherlands, Belgium, we started those sessions and it was 7:30. But 7:30, most people were only able to watch the first half an hour. And the first half an hour, we are checking charts, we are updating about yesterday's trades, etc. And then they needed to bring the kids to school, go to work, etc. Because it's 8 o'clock. So I understand. And for that reason, but also America, Canada, everyone, it's half an hour earlier, so you guys can go to bed a little bit earlier, wake up with some profits, hopefully. So basically, half an hour earlier is better for everyone. Only thing for London people, UK, it's a little bit earlier to get out of bed. I understand, but I think it's for a good reason. So let's very quickly check the chat if there's any questions that I can answer from this way of doing things. So trading again, you guys were worried. Thanks very much again for all the best wishes. It was a scary situation, but I'm very happy to be back. Good morning. Welcome back. Hello. Dubai. Yes, Dubai. Okay, we saw this. I also fatigue, English word. I also had COVID and understand the severe fatigue. Yeah, that's how we feel. It's like it's terrible. Basically, in about an hour, I will go back to bed. It sounds very weird for an adult guy to say that, but in about an hour, just go back to bed. And I have no idea how late it is here. It's I see 9 o'clock in Lithuania, so it's about 11 o'clock here. Yeah, like about 11 o'clock in the morning, I go back, and then in the afternoon again, and then the whole night. So it's just part of the recovery now. But this hour together, guys, I seriously missed this. I seriously missed this hour together. So I know that you guys said we miss you, but I also want to really say that I also missed the whole community. I saw a lot of Infinity action on the Facebook group, and I'm really happy that a few of you guys really pushed forward, kept going, kept trading, and hopefully motivated others to do the same. We see here the last session was 21 October. It's now 23 November, so I've been away for about a month. So yeah. Are you giving live trades? Yes, normally I do. But this is more of a catch-up session after it's an hour, after it has been for a month different. So basically, yes, we are doing live trading. We are searching for live trades, but I just want to give you guys this informative hour of how to get back on track. And I think it's very important. It's not HFX, it's not high frequency Forex. It is short-term trades that can take up to 2-3 days. Yeah. How come the clouds are no longer colored in? I don't know. I will check with technical team. I cannot change it myself. So I will ask. I've answered it indeed before, but no problem. I will do it again. It's gonna be fixed. So I'm gonna message the technical team to check why is it. Shipping of your book. Very good question. I got a couple of emails from people. The point with the book was that I promised to sign the first 200 books. and what with of course getting into the hospital. The book is printed, the book is ready. We chose to ship the book, all the books, to directly to the company that's going to ship them from the Netherlands. Then last week, when I was out of hospital in the Lithuania office, I created 200 cards that we will add to the book with my signature, a thank you card for all you guys ordering the book, being so supportive. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So we will add the thank you cards into the book and ship it to you guys. So it's on the way, and everybody who pre-ordered, it's gonna happen. But basically, the book was published on 15 October, like 14 October, and I got Corona the Tuesday after. So it was literally just 3-4 working days, and I was out. So the shipping, and especially the signing, adding that, we wanted to add the signature, or a card with the signature in this case, to the book. The card will also be official proof. It will be really cool. The cards will be numbered. So basically, you will have a limited edition of version 1 of the book, edition 1, and you will the cards will say book number 1 out of 200, 2 out of 200, 3 out of 200. So I think it's absolutely amazing to have a specific version of the book. So we have the first 200 hardcovers and then 200 soft covers, and you will basically have a limited card. There are still a few available. So if you go to Kooijman.eu, you can still order the book and still get one of the first 200 books. Am I saying two? Yeah, 200. Yeah. So actually, first 100 hardcovers and the first 100 soft covers. So there are a few, I think, soft covers left. Maybe also a few hardcovers. So feel free to go to my website, and basically it will be shipped to you. It really depends. We got orders from all over the world. So maybe the books in Canada will be there next week or this week even. But the books from Nigeria, Africa, Asia might take a little bit longer. So it's international shipping, but you will get email confirmation, guys. So we will make an email confirmation to everyone who ordered the book. So great to see you back, Bas. How did the markets respond around Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving was mostly only USD effect, which means that one country, in this case whole of America, goes on a holiday for a day, but the markets stay open. So you can look into that day on different pairs, but mostly USD related pairs, you will see activity. I'm mostly not really focusing on that when I'm going back to the market, because it can be Thanksgiving Day, pair went down, and then the day after it, markets recover, and that's it. So that's why I'm not really looking to low news, not for sure, not interested. Medium news, a little bit interested, but I'm actually only looking to red flag news, where I'm really seeing that the market is going to do something on that day that can maybe have an issue with my day trades. But if I'm doing long-term trading, I'm not even looking to forex news, but I would more look into president's elections, Brexit, like the really bigger news, let's say. Informative. I'm very, very happy with to hear that. The clouds will be fixed. Someone here says first time. Very helpful session. Tim Collette, happy to see you here for the first time. And all the other people who are for the first time. No live trades today. We are getting back on the markets. We will be back in 23 hours together again tomorrow, same time, 1 a.m. New York, 6 a.m. London. We are going to trade together. We are going to try to find new trades. We are going to scan the whole market just for trades, so it goes quicker. Don't have to look for the last 3-4 weeks, but we are just going to scan the market tomorrow for live trades, and we are going to scan every pair because we have no open trades together. I have 3 trades from my personal account that I'm going to check if I want to keep them, if I want to just close them, want to hedge them. That's another topic. So basically I'm going to check what are we gonna do with those three, what I'm gonna do with those three, but basically we have no open trades together. So we are gonna start fresh tomorrow, and yeah, I'm really really happy to see you guys all. Question was answered. Gold we don't really do in the morning session. Closing partial loss, big drawdown. If the trade comes back, you can do partial loss, but if you really feel that it comes back, you can also just keep it. So if your account can handle it and you feel that it's coming back already, then you should keep it. Partial loss is not really something I'm doing. I'm taking partial profits, but not partial losses, because it's choosing to lose. But if your account can't handle it, partial loss also doesn't really help, because it will reduce your balance, which means that it reduces your leverage, which means that it doesn't really help. You will get a little bit more margin back, and that margin you get back, you can basically start to, how you say, start to use for other trades. But if you feel that it's continuing to go into more drawdown, then you can consider hedging, and then when it comes back to your original place where it's now, you need to close the hedge and then go on the ride back. So if you should never have a hedge with two red numbers, so it needs to be a red and a blue number. But that's completely different topic. So we are. You can check my YouTube channel. There is a part about hedging, and also in the book there is a whole one chapter about hedging as well. Little bit technical, not too easy to understand if you are completely new to trading, but that's what I wanted to do in the book. I wanted to have basics and tips and tricks for your first year of trading, and on the other side also a couple of topics that are maybe a little bit harder to understand. You might need to read that chapter twice, but you can still handle that. That would be very good. The book is called Trading and Investing. So you can go to my website, baskooijman.eu, and then there's the topic book. And here I think it's still, yeah, the hard cover is also still available. So the hardcover is still available, and the paperback is also, the soft cover is also still available. So feel free to check it, baskooijman.eu book, and if I can do it, so can you. That's the main topic, as we want to get successful together. Guys, thank you very much for today. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bring your friends, bring your teammates, and we are going to see each other tomorrow, and we are going to look into new trades to trade together. Thank you very much, and see you guys tomorrow.